y'all. So I'm back with another video, and I want to do a Q&A because I haven't done one in a while and I want to make a part 2 of it. I was meant to film a Q&A a while ago. I was supposed to do like ignore my little brother, y'all already know how this goes. I was supposed to do like a rapping guests while answering questions thing, and it was not going well at all, and the video was so fucking long, like, girl. So I'm gonna try and make another one right now. So first, I'm gonna answer some of the questions off of TikTok. The first question under this post says, how did you get diagnosed with ADHD? Find out that you had it. What a way to kick this off. Believe it or not, I was diagnosed really young at a really early age, which when my mom told me that, I was kind of surprised by, because usually they don't diagnose Black women, period, let alone when, you know, we're kids, you know, or at least that's what I understand. I was diagnosed when I was really young. I think that one of the reasons why I was able to get diagnosed so easily, I'm assuming, was because I was a premature. I was a preemie when I was a baby. So they were expecting me to have a whole list. Well, I'm going to tell you a long list. A long ass list of problems. They were expecting me to be, you know, it was going to be a lot of, you know, challenges. And I found out through my mother, because, well, how else would I have found out? Who are your favorite fashion people? Like, who dresses best to you? Obviously, Aaliyah's Interlude. I know she's not necessarily a classic celebrity, but, you know. Obviously, I love the way Tyler dresses. My favorite eras of him, as far as how he dresses, is definitely the one now, and probably Cherry Bomb. Yeah. Raven Simone in the early 2000s, she dressed really well. Lindsay Lohan. Kimora Lee. I like the way Rihanna dressed in the 2000s. I feel like when people mention 2000s fashion icons or 2000s fashion girlies, nobody ever mentions Rihanna, but I think a lot of her outfits were really cute and casual and simple, but I like them a lot. Like, it's this picture that I like specifically. I don't know what it is about this outfit. I've recreated it so many times. It's so cute. I love it. Anna Nicole Smith. Yeah, those are just a few. What's in a day in the life like for you, bestie? I want to film a day in the life so bad, but I feel like it would be much easier to make a video like that if I had a car. So once I get a car, the shop with me, day in the life with me, thrift with me videos are gonna go haywire. Because it's been a handful of times, a good handful of times where I've tried making, you know, day in the life videos, thrift with me, shop with me videos, but it was kind of annoying and hard, and also I would have to get an Uber from every fucking place I wanted to go, which is really expensive. But once I get a car, yeah. What's my favorite song right now? I can't stop listening to Applause by Lady Gaga. So maybe that's a favorite song again for me. Probably PBC by Flo Milli. I feel like that album got thrown in the fucking trash. Like, nobody talks about it. It seems like nobody cares. I Endorse These Strippers by Nicki Minaj. And Bitches Broom by Tyler, the Creator. I don't know, child. What are your goals in life, if you have any? Do you have any good high school drama stories? What are some theories you believe? What are my goals in life? My current goals right now, number one, moving out into a home, a house. I want my own house. I don't want an apartment. Making clothes for Sugarlicious, and I don't mean just like putting words on shirts like how this is a shirt I made and things like that. I mean like really making clothes, like sewing clothes, because ultimately I want Sugarlicious to be me making clothes, like real clothes that I can like put in a shop and stuff like that. The shirts are just the starting point, and I know I'm taking a long time, and I got some questions about Sugarlicious on here that I will answer, and I'll kind of explain why it's taking so long, which, to give the answer, even though I'm probably going to say it again later on in the video, my life is just very busy, believe it or not, and I don't always have the time, or I really don't even have the space to have my own business or be making my own shirts. I'm really forcing it. And sometimes I don't really have the resources or the financial, you know, comfort to make things as quickly and as much as I want to. So it's just taking me a long time. But like I said before, I really am working on it. It's just like it's just a lot of shit in the way, and I'm trying really hard, and it takes time to make them out enough. Like printing out a fucking, they're not printing out, but like cutting out of words and putting on a shirt takes longer than you expect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy, but it takes, you know, it takes some time. Oddly enough, why the fuck this shit takes so goddamn long? But eventually my goal for Sugarlicious is to have a little store. I want a store really, really badly. Like a pink cutesy store. I have so many ideas for it already, and that's later on down the line, but I see it coming soon, like in the next like 5 years, honestly. Probably less than that. My short-term goals is moving out, starting Sugarlicious, having my own car, like my own car. Probably, like, I usually don't care about followers and stuff like that, but I do want like 100K on my YouTube channel. I do. That'd be nice. My short-term goal for my YouTube channel subscribers is 50K, but 100K is like cute. Like the most amount of subscribers that I would be okay with is like 200. That's more than enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be nice. And another goal is brand deals that will actually pay Black people. Yeah. How did you get into your aesthetic? Like I said before, I've always liked the 2000s aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? This aesthetic and look isn't new to me. Like I started peeping the 2000s look like 5-6 years ago, and I'm not trying to like put myself on a pedestal. It's just the truth. I've liked it before then too. Like I don't think it's ever a style that I completely stopped liking. Like there was never a time I saw somebody dress in this style or any sort of style within the 2000s look and was like, that's ugly. Y'all didn't like the thong peeking out. Y'all didn't like the low-rise jeans. Y'all didn't like the dress over jeans. Y'all didn't like the skirt over jeans. Y'all didn't like anything 2000s inspired or 2000s whatever. And I always liked it. And I always thought it was super fucking cute. Like, what do you mean you don't like low-rise jeans? I mean, now people do. But when the 2000s started really coming up, y'all hated everything. Like, how? You don't like low-rise jeans, bitch? And I got into it by just always liking it. And the way that I actually started getting into it is obviously buying clothes, stuff like that. I started off with thrifting in real life, and then thrifting online and finding stuff on Amazon and things of that nature. If you were to have a blunt rotation with any 4 people, who would they be? I need a good nightmare rotation. Well, the nightmare rotation would be me on my own, because I am a nightmare when I'm high. So, yeah. But blunt rotation, can it be characters or does it have to be actual, like, people? Dana Bratz. Like Dana, the Bratz doll. Yeah. Rick James. Yeah. Aqua from Cheetah Girls. And Wyatt, Tyler's ex-boyfriend. That would be my blunt rotation if I could have one. The next question is, have you ever gotten into a car accident, like a real bad one? No, but I've gotten into little mini ones. I don't think I've ever gotten into a real bad one. I feel like I would have remembered that. Funniest school memories, like weird teachers, fights, etc. Child, I'm not gonna lie, the older I get, the more that high school and middle school, especially middle school, starts to become a blur. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these things I am starting to forget. I ain't gonna hold you. We used to have this fucking teacher named Mr. Churchill, and when I mean to tell you, his breath was kicking funk. I've never smelled anybody's breath that bad, ever. Even to this day. I mean, it was funky. Funky. That was a funky motherfucker. I remember kids used to walk up to him and offer him gum, and he'd be like, what is this for? We need to go like this. Like, what the fuck is going on? We used to have this other teacher in the 5th grade where, and I've spoken about this on live, his name was Mr. Stein. So Mr. Stein, if you see this, you was a fucking weirdo, along with a lot of other teachers. But you and one other was like the top 2. He was a white man, of course, because duh. He used to name his dry erase marker Mr. Wormy. And if I had a Bible, I would put my hand on it. He used to take his marker, Mr. Wormy, scratch his balls in front of the whole class. He wouldn't even try to be subtle about it. He wouldn't even try to go off to the side. He would scratch his balls with the marker and stick it in our fucking ears. I put this on everything I believe, dog. I put this on everything I believe. Like, what? He used to give us wet willies and shit, like stick his ear in our stick his finger in our ears and stuff. He used to give us like nicknames and shit. Like one time he called me, he talking about some, oh, cause you know you my baby girl, right? You know I can't even get the words out. He talking about some, oh, you know you my baby girl, you know you my little angel. Who? Why are you talking to little kids like this? What the fuck? Mind you, my mom, I told my mom about this, right? My mom went up to the school and was like, hey, this teacher's fucking weird. He's sticking his finger in my daughter's ear and other kids' ears. Like, what the fuck? Tell me why the principal, Mrs. DiGiacomo, my fucking ad, because I'm name dropping, bitch, going to talk about some, oh yeah, multiple parents have come up to complain about Mr. Steins. And they never did anything about it. He stayed a teacher at the school till I graduated, from what I remember. Like, huh? Multiple people have come up to the school. Multiple parents have come up to the school to complain. And y'all don't fire him? What? I'm trying to think of a weird fight. I can't really remember no fights. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I remember them happening, but I can't remember the storyline leading up to them. I'm not gonna hold you. I can't really remember any right now. I'll come back to it, hopefully. Can we get a haul of your baby fat stuff? There is a haul of my baby fat stuff on my closet tour video. Also, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to make a part 2 to my closet video because there was a lot more items that I didn't show because I didn't want the video to be fucking an hour long. So I'm definitely going to be making a part 2 to that video because I had a lot more stuff that I could have shown. Favorite films and shows right now. I don't really have any. The last movie that I watched that I enjoyed was House Bunny. I think that's what it's called. I never watched it, believe it or not. I knew about it and I've seen little pieces of it when I was younger, but I never actually sat and fully watched it. And it's my favorite movie. I love it. I fucking love that movie. I love her. And I love the movie. I have multiple questions asking how did I become a Tyler stan? So I'll tell this corny ass fucking story. So basically, my mom put me on to a lot of my favorite musicians, like Tyler the Creator, Childish Gambino, you know, things of that nature. And my mom put me on to Tyler the Creator. Yeah, she's a cool mom. She ain't like the rest of y'all moms that only listen to Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? Your mom listens to Mary J. Blige. Mine listens to Tyler the Creator. We're not the same. But no, for real. My mom, one thing I will give to my mom, I'm not even trying to put her on a pedestal, but this is like literally the truth. One thing that I will give to her, she's always a little bit ahead of the curve. Not really with Tyler in this situation, but she's always a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to musicians. I ain't gonna lie. Like she's a music girl for sure. 110%. Okay, so my mom put me on to Tyler, and this was around the time that my family had this obsession with scaring me all the time. Like they always wanted to put a fright in me, if you will. And, you know, they will always like show me pictures of scary things and videos of scary stuff and jump scares and da-da-da. And as a kid, that shit used to really fuck with me. So my mom brought me into the living room or kitchen, whatever, so she could show me the music video for I Fucking Hate You. And you know, in the beginning of I Fucking Hate You, he's like slowly panning into, like, it's slowly panning onto his face. And then mind you, Tyler has on his makeup. He's obviously playing a character. We know this now, but still. I didn't know at the time. I didn't know about the wolf lore at the time, bitch. Best believe if I did as a kid, if I knew about the wolf lore as a kid, you think I'm a mess now? So, you know, he has on these cheekbones and the hair and, you know, whatever. He's sitting very awkwardly and stuff like that. And it's like slowly panning into his face. And I thought it was going to be a jump scare or something scary. So I remember telling my mom, like, oh, no, this is scary. I don't want to be part of this no more. It's scary, whatever. But I remember I could not get him out of my head. That face and the hair and the outfit and the background, like I could not, that scene was engraved in my like 12, 11-year-old brain. I could not get it out my head. I was also going through a phase where I didn't want my mom to be right. And I'm like, you know, she probably said something like, oh, you're going to end up liking him or you're going to end up listening to his music or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I was going through like one of those phases. I'm still kind of like that a little bit, but whatever. And I remember I wanted to figure out who he was so bad, but I didn't want to ask my mom, and she proved me wrong. Or she proved me right, I guess. I took it upon myself to go on YouTube and try looking for him. And at the time, the photo or the video, excuse me, wasn't on, like, you know, back in the day, YouTube used to have recommendations right in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like the top videos, whatever. So I was like trying to look him up, like black man dressed as puppet, black this, did it. Girl, everything but him was popping up. Then eventually, I found him and watched the video. I grew some balls and watched the video. I realized it wasn't scary at all, and it was actually really, really cool, and I like it a lot. Like, I liked it a whole lot. I ended up listening to Wolf at some point, and I enjoyed it. Like, he was one of the first few musicians that I listened to that I liked a lot that wasn't from Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. So I ended up really liking Wolf, but I was still going through like a heavy Big Time Rush phase, like heavy. You want to talk about a Big Time Rush stand, bitch? So I didn't really start getting into Tyler until like that next year. But yeah, child. Yeah, it was, yeah, it's not that interesting of a story. Long story short, my mom put me on to Tyler. Have you been to any concerts? Yes. I've been to Melanie Martinez, I guess, what was her last album called? What was the last album called? K through 12. I went to the K through 12 tour. I went to Call Me If You Get Lost concert. I went to Igor tour. I went to Childish Gambino's last concert. I went to Flyboy concert or Flyboy tour or whatever the fuck. And where else? Who else did I see? I was supposed to see Harry Styles. That never happened. And I think that's it. Have you ever been in a fight? Yes, I have been in a couple of fights. I'm trying to think of a fight that was actually interesting that I was part of. I'll tell you about my first fight. It's not that interesting of a story, but I'll tell you anyway. So my first fight was in 4th grade with this girl. And we was like talking shit back and forth. Mind you, I have never talked shit a day in my life. Ever. I've never talked shit a day in my life. I've never. So I was ass at shit talking and arguing. Because I wasn't used to being around a bunch of ignorant ass monkeys. I wasn't used to that. So, you know, we talking left and right, and she like, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass in recess or whatever she said. I don't fucking remember. And recess came, and of course they was crowding us up because kids ain't shit. And they was like, y'all gonna fight or what? And I was always taught, and this is one thing I've always did whenever I got into a fight in school. I was always taught to let that person hit you first, so everybody can see it and witness it, so you can get out of getting in trouble. So, that's what I did. They were like, are you going to hit her? Are you going to hit her? I'm like, no, I'm not going to put my hands on her unless she put her hands on me. And, you know, or I was like, I'm not going to put my hands on her unless she say something to me. And this boy that was in my class, he told me something, oh, she called you fat. She clearly did not call me fat at all. She didn't say anything at all. He was just instigating it because he wanted to see two girls fight. And at the time, I knew that, but I also didn't want to look like a pussy. So I just took his word for it, even though I knew that she didn't call me fat, because she was like 5 feet away from me. And I went up to her and shoved her, and she shoved me back, and I shoved her, and then she started swinging. Mind you, she was skinny and bony, so them fists hurt a little bit. They stung a little bit because it's bone. And I was so I was so scared that she was gonna punch me in my face. So I turned around. I turned my back. And she was like just punching me in my back, which that didn't hurt because it's like your back. And I was fighting her like this, with her behind me. Girl. My first fight was ass. It really, really was. It was ass. Taco Bell go-to order. I had a mutual of mine ask me this. Crunch wrap every time. It's gonna be a crunch wrap. Every time it's gonna be a crunch wrap. Every time it's gonna be a Doritos taco, and sometimes a chalupa. Yeah. If you could only keep one doll, which one would it be? Either one of my Flashback Fever dolls, probably, or either one of my Flashback Fever dolls, or literally any of my Sashas. I can't pick one doll specifically. Tell us about your first time getting high. Ciao. All right, I'm gonna try and make this quick. So, a good friend of mine that y'all know, because she's been on the channel, Andrea, I was at her house, and I always told myself, if I ever get high, if I ever decide to smoke weed, to do it with her, because I trust her, and I'll just do it with her by myself, you know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, this girl smokes weed every day, all day. She literally, that's her, she needs it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if she needs it, But from the outside looking in, it seems like she needs it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got their outlet. Shit, you gotta do what you gotta do. I just want to put in perspective. She smokes weed every day. Like, probably like 2-3 times a day. I'm not even being funny. Like, when I was spending the night over her house, she smoked like 3 times that day. Like, she smokes all day, every day. Just to put it in perspective. I'm not throwing her under the bus. I'm trying to paint a picture. You know what I'm saying? She offered me to smoke weed with her friend, the guy that was dealing to her. And I was like, no. You know, I just didn't want to smoke with somebody I didn't know. I didn't feel comfortable. I never did. I always told myself, like, smoke with somebody that you trust and somebody that you know. So he went home eventually, whatever. Her sister went to sleep, and she rolling up for like the 4th time that night, child. Mind you, not even an hour after she smoked before. Like, goddamn, bitch, I didn't know y'all was doing it back to back like that. He's like, do you want to try it? And I was like, well, I might as well. Ain't nobody here. Fuck it. When I first started smoking it, I didn't feel nothing. So I thought, oh, I might be one of those kinds of people that, like, don't react to it. Like, some people don't really have much of a reaction to weed. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, I was like, I don't feel nothing. Like, I feel literally the fucking same. Because I'm smoking it like a fucking cigarette, like a dummy. I'm literally, well, I was holding it like this, but I'm smoking it like a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? She told me, mind you, the bitch that smokes weed every day, all day, gonna tell me, after I told her I couldn't feel it, mind you, someone who's never, ever smoked weed before a day in their life, and mind you, it was sativa as well. This bitch told me, this is the one time I've ever been irritated, truly, like, upset with my friend. This bitch gonna tell me, oh, I swish it in my mouth 3 times. Why would you tell me that? Why would you fucking tell me that? Why would you tell me to do that? Of course I listened because I didn't know any better. But why the fuck would she tell me that? You know what I mean? I do what she says because what do I know? I've never smoked weed before. You know what I'm saying? And at first I started getting the giggles. Like, I was cracking the fuck up at everything. I was talking about, like, am I going to end up like my dad? Like, I was geeked up, cracking the fuck up. And then it went downhill quick. My body felt limp and I had to sit down. Thankfully, she had a chair right next to her bed. And the panic attack came, bitch. Bad. And I started hyperventilating. I could feel my skin inside of my skin. I was shaking. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't really see that well. Like, it was genuinely a mess. The worst part about being high for me was, and I kept saying this while I was high, is that I was hyper aware, obviously. So my brain knows, bitch, you're high, or you're reacting like this because you're high as hell. Like, that bitch made you smoke too much fucking weed. But my body is like, girl, we can't see hardly. We can't move. We're shaking. Our heart rate has gone up 10 times a billion. What the fuck is going on? So my brain and body was completely disconnected. Like, they was not working together at all. And I remember it was this one point while I was high where she was trying to calm me down. And she was trying to tell me to hug her because I needed something to ground me. And I felt bad saying this at the time, but it's the truth. I kept saying, like, this house is so cold. Y'all ain't got nothing in this house. This house is so fucking cold. Y'all ain't got stuffed animals, nothing. Because as you can see, my room is nothing but sensory for me. You know what I'm saying? And she had nothing to ground me. So she was like, you know, she was like telling me to hug her. But I couldn't. Like, I couldn't sit still. You know what I'm saying? And I remember in that split second when I hugged her, I was thinking in the back of my head,
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Because why would you make me smoke that much fucking weed? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the one time I ever really wanted to beat her ass. Like, oh, some real shit. When I, like, pushed her off me because I'm like, I can't. When I looked at her face, her mouth looked big as shit. Like, her mouth looked like it was swallowing her face whole. And, like, her face just looked distorted. And then I realized her mouth was actually closed. I was hallucinating. That bitch tried killing me. Very embarrassing. It was a mess. There was more that happened in the story, but I feel like those were the only interesting bits. Yeah, it was a mess. I'm never smoking weed again. I mean, I kind of want to try again with not as much smoking, not as much hitting. You know what I'm saying? To see what I'm actually like high, with just like 1 or 2 puffs. But yeah, that bitch tried killing me. Oh, child. She was the one who asked the question. I didn't even realize. I didn't realize she was the one who asked the question. Bitch, fuck you. Tina, fuck you. Overrated celebrities / influencers. The first person that came to mind when it came to overrated celebrities was Adele and Harry Styles. So I'll just go with that. First period story. My first period really isn't that interesting. I literally went to the bathroom, I pulled my underwear down, and I saw that it was blood there, and I was like, Mom! Like, I called my mom. She came in and was like, oh my God, my daughter, she's a woman. All that stupid pussy shit. I'm not a woman, I'm 11. Like, relax. I never liked the whole, oh, your child gets a period, oh, she's a woman now. What do you mean by that? They're 8 years old. Ain't nothing about them as a woman. They just have a period. I don't really like the energy surrounding that. I never did. Like, I'm 11. I'm not a woman. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was so excited about me getting my period that she wanted to tell somebody. And mind you, not to be morbid, but there was more people that were alive in my family when I got my period. Like, so why didn't you tell a woman that? Why didn't you tell a woman, like, oh, my baby got her period? Instead, she called her brother and told. Like, well, how the fuck is he supposed to respond to his niece having a period? Girl, favorite Tyler video? I'll put my favorite Tyler video or videos right here.
I know. Bitch nigga get shot. Bitch nigga get shot. Please stop. Don't do this anymore. Please stop. Don't do this anymore. Don't stop. Don't do that tonight. Oh no, stop. Don't do that tonight. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. You want the doors out the road. You want the girls with the fake guts. You want the diamonds, you want the stones, you want to stun on these niggas.
Okay, which Cheetah Girl, Fifth Harmony, Disney, and Nick Girl would you get rid of? Dorinda from Cheetah Girls. Literally everybody but Normani and Lauren off of Fifth Harmony. Selena, Demi, and Miley for the It Girls, or It People, because I know but Demi doesn't really identify. I think Demi goes by she, they now, but still. The three It celebrities of Disney, I probably would take away, even though I love Miley so much, I would probably take off Miley, honestly, maybe. Go off maybe Jamie Lynn Spears. Biggest scandal at your high school? Racism. I got questions asking about what keywords do I use for Depop and where I shop. I plan on doing a 2000 tips video sometime this week or next week, so that video will come very soon. Okay, so the way I've been editing my videos lately, I have to film on my phone and import it to my iPad, and in the midst of me waiting for my videos on my phone to airdrop to my iPad, I was watching my mutual Tasha. Don't give me the line, child. I love, this is literally my sister. This is my long lost fucking sister. Like, don't play with me. I'm gonna get, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Don't sit here and tell me this is not my sister, cause she is. Fuck you talking about. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me. I was watching her while I was waiting for my videos to airdrop. I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about because I was so engulfed. She's so entertaining. She's so entertaining. She's genuinely so entertaining, and her setup is just so neat and stuff. All right, sorry. I'm sorry. I just love her. I really do. She's like one of my favorite people that I follow, truly. I want to do a collab with her so bad, like on a serious note. I've never collabed with any of my mutuals, I don't think, before. What is a show or movie you feel is overhyped? I don't know, probably like Harry Potter or something like that, but I've never watched it because I thought Harry was ugly, so sorry. Please don't hate crime me, please. He's just, please, okay? I was gonna lie and say I think he's fine. I don't. I know I don't have room to talk about who is attractive, who isn't. We know my taste, child. But still, I just didn't care, I'm sorry. Why are you so charming, and what is your favorite cat breed? I'm charming because I'm an Aquarius. I don't fucking know any cat breeds at all, so don't give me the line. What is your favorite Bratz / My Scene commercial? I'm gonna put them somewhere on the video.
Have a passion for camping. Love the fashions for camping. Love the fashion for camping. passion for camping, you can join the Bratz Campfire.
Bratz campfire dolls and accessories, each sold separately, batteries not included.
We're in heaven.
Shopping free! It's a teen scene, it's my scene.
Boots, heels, oh, something strappy.
Which pair?
Oh, all of them.
Shopping free! Chelsea! Bangles, shade.
Work it, girl.
It's a teen scene, it's my scene.
You girls look fab. All done?
Just getting started.
Each doll comes with a store full of stuff, over 20 pieces, each doll sold separate.
Favorite doll that you own and the prettiest doll that you own. Those are two separate questions, but they're by the same person, so I might as well put it in one question. So my favorite doll, my prettiest doll. This Flashback Fever Sasha is my favorite doll that I own. I love this hair color on her. I don't know if there's any more Sashas that have this hair color. Bring it back. Somebody's been dying for like the last hour on my block because the ambulance and police been going back to back. I don't know what's going on. My prettiest Bratz doll that I own that's on display. These two dolls were on display, so I know that I probably have better dolls and more prettier dolls and more favorite dolls, but they're in bins suffocating each other and I'm not in the mood to pick that shit out. But my prettiest doll that I have on display is Bratz Twins. I think this is Nona. She is just such a pretty doll. I think she's so beautiful. I love her complexion. I love her hair. I love the outfit. I love the cheetah print or whatever print this is. Leopard, whoever, animal print. And the red. And she's just such a pretty doll. I love her so much. She's so pretty. I love her screening. I love her makeup. I love this doll. She's such a pretty doll. What is your goal for Sugarlicious? I mentioned this earlier. My mini goal for Sugarlicious is literally to get the shirts out. My mid goal for Sugarlicious is to actually make clothes, like stitch clothes and stuff, which I said this earlier. And my biggest goal for Sugarlicious is to have its own little store. Favorite Tyler character and why? You want to eat my pussy? Like, you want to eat my pussy? Nobody's ever asked me that like that before. You want to eat my pussy? You do. Yes, you do. My favorite Tyler, I guess, alter ego, Sam. I'm sorry. That's my man. I love Sam. Sam, people try to be like, oh, Sam is not a good person. Why? Because he sells drugs? And so does your dad. So who fucking cares? Sam, Igor. I think Sam and Igor are my favorite characters. Wolf or Igor. Don't never ask me no fucking question like that ever again. You try and be funny. You try and be disrespectful and it's not funny at all. This isn't a question for the Q&A, but what's your depop? My depop is Shop Sugarlicious or Sugarlicious Shop. I'll put it somewhere right here because, girl, I don't even remember my damn self. It's sad. Favorite My Scene character? Probably Delancey, Madison, or Noli. One of those three. Any funny boy stories? No. To be honest, all the past relationships and stuff like that that I have with men are very either embarrassing, boring, or just downright kind of sad. I'm gonna keep it a buck. What's my guilty pleasure? Porn. But no, I don't think I'm guilty about any pleasures that I have. Not even, Lauren. Well, I guess I can say porn. I don't know. Mind you, I don't have an addiction. I don't want you to think I have an addiction. In middle school I did. In middle school, yeah, no, for sure. But girl, I watch it once in a blue moon, so I can rest. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel guilty about anything that I take pleasure from. I really don't. Thoughts on thoughts. Torturous. You know what? My thoughts have been actually pretty good lately. So, thoughts on thoughts, good. Hyperfixations. My last hyperfixation was E-word from Stranger Things. Now my hyperfixation, and I go through this like every couple of months. Ew, why did I say it like that? Yeah. My current hyperfixation is definitely the wolf lore again. Yes, bitch, again. That's really it right now. I'm not really hyper fixating on anything crazy right now, honestly. That's a bold, I don't look a mess. That's a bold-faced fucking lie, because I'm going through a very intense Lady Gaga hyperfixation, specifically with the Fame and art pop era. So that's a lie, because I'm hyper fixating on Tyler and Lady Gaga. And my question is, why the fuck haven't they collabed, and why is there not one photo of them two together? What the fuck? I don't understand what the problem is. What's a bad fashion trend you wish never happened? Crocs. I hated Crocs in the early 2000s. I hate Crocs now as an adult. I hate them. I understand wearing Crocs to run around and run errands. Okay, that's fine. But wearing Crocs as a fashion piece... Jesus Christ. I hate it so much. I always have. Thoughts on skirt over jeans. The same way I feel about duck nails is the same way I feel about dress over jeans, is the same way I feel about skirt over jeans, the same way I feel about capris. I think that all of these styles can be very cute and be well done if you know what you're doing, because you're teeter-totting on a very thin line. So I personally like dress over jeans. I love duck nails. I love capris. I love skirt over jeans a lot. I really, really do. Especially dress over jeans. I love dress over jeans. I always have. But you're running on a thin line. So it can either look really good or really fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? But I think all of those things can be done cute if you know what you're doing and if you know how to dress. Favorite colors to wear. My favorite colors to wear, I've always loved brown and pink. I've always loved black and pink. I've always loved white and pink. And I always love green and pink. So pink seems to be a common theme with me, obviously. I've gone back to brown and pink. I love brown and pink so much. It's so beautiful. I love the color brown, period. I don't understand why people make it seem like brown is an ugly color to wear. It's not an ugly color. You just don't know how to dress. I feel this way about colors in general. I believe all colors go together. Like, all fucking colors go together. You just have to find the right shade of that color. Something you hate for no reason. Logic. Favorite movie franchise? Scream or High School Musical or Hunger Games. I don't know that many movie franchises. If you could switch classes with a celebrity, who would it be? My mutual, J. Naomi. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Her closet, her clothes, her style is fucking sick. And if I could like switch wardrobes with her and maximize all the clothing pieces, obviously because I'm a big girl, my heart would be so content. Like, oh my god, I would love to switch. I would love to have her fucking wardrobe. Oh my god. And celebrity wise, probably 2000s Paris Hilton or 2000s Raven Simone. I know I keep bringing up Raven Simone, but she just had a really good, whoever was styling her was doing the damn thing back in the day, truly. The last question is fashion / social media icks. Social media icks, black men mocking black women for white validation. People that try way too hard to be funny. Black people feeding into their stereotype to be funny. Like, I love watermelon and fried chicken. Like that shit. Girl, these white folks are not laughing with you. White gay men ripping off, or white gay men using stereotypes and caricatures of black women to get a clout and attention. I think that's it. Fashion icks. I don't like the ski mask. You know that shit looks stupid. You know that. You know that. You know what I'm saying? You know. Okay, bitch. I didn't answer all the damn questions. Okay? There was a lot of questions. Okay? Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Hopefully I watched all of it. And thank you if you did. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. The next video will probably either be part 2 to the closet tour, a LP, or I don't know. Also, let me know what you want done in the Bratz LP out of curiosity, because I feel like I'm already running out of ideas. I'll tell you the ideas that I have for the LP that will come at some point, and if you want to add on, you can. I want somebody to have a baby. Bottom line, I want somebody to have a fucking baby. I feel like it'll be Chloe, because she actually wants one. I want the Bratz to raise a baby by themselves. Like, all 4 girls raise a baby. Sasha's gonna do something with music at some point. Yasmin's gonna do something with like being a vet and animals at some point. I also kind of want Yasmin to teach a yoga class at some point. They're going to be going to the Starlight Venus Awards with Sasha. They're obviously going to be famous, so a lot of it is going to be surrounded by the Get Famous pack. Obviously burglary, obviously gayness, obviously sex, obviously cheating. That's pretty much it. But if there's anything y'all think I should make the brats do, let me know. I will see y'all when I see y'all. I should see y'all next week. Bye.